Am I the a-hole for wanting to leave my pregnant wife, with whom I have a child, because she does not want me to continue my diet and or workout routine? Welcome back! This is some Am I the a-hole stories for you. This is a throwaway account. My wife, Jen, and I went to the same college. We met at the beginning of her freshman year, my sophomore year, in fall 2017. I was an offensive tackle on the football team. As such, I was always a large guy. Jen was a small girl with an hourglass figure who guys on campus would pretty brazenly check out whenever she went anywhere. We started dating pretty quickly and dated on and off for the next 2.5 years. When COVID shutdowns hit, we were living together. Jen got pregnant during the shutdowns. At that time, I was weighing about 350 pounds. I had some pretty significant back and knee problems. I decided I needed to make a change because I wanted to be an active and involved father. At first, Jen was supportive. I changed my diet, no fried foods, sweets, or soft drinks. I increased my workout routine. The weight pretty quickly started coming off. By the time my son was born in early 2021, I was down to 310, about the weight I was when Jen and I started dating. We got married in the summer of 2021. I decided I wanted to keep losing weight. I was motivated, feeling great, and wanted to get to about 200 to 210. Jen became less supportive, but she was not hostile towards my goal. I did my best to structure my workout routine to decrease the amount of time I was away from home. I started going to the gym during my lunch breaks from work and made a little area in the garage for me to do my cardio in the morning. I made all of my own meals. Outside of her concerns about my weight loss, our marriage seemed good. I was in individual counseling and had suggested couples counseling, but Jen was not open to the idea. We were both enjoying our little family life with our son. We decided to try for a second child. Jen is currently 6 months pregnant. Since getting pregnant, Jen has become very hostile towards my diet and workout routine. It has mostly consisted of digs and passive-aggressive remarks about my working out and about my body. About 2 months ago was her 25th birthday. We got dressed up and went out to a nice dinner. The evening seemed to be going well until she went to the bathroom. When she came back, her demeanor had changed completely. I recently learned she had overheard some woman in the bathroom commenting on how cute I was. So it seems like her hostility towards you is because you're starting to look fantastic and other women are starting to notice it. So she's starting to get a little bit jealous. Now you're getting a lot of attention from the females out in the wild, and she's not feeling the best at 6 months. So you need to do the work to make her feel loved and let her know that she is still beautiful. She is still number one to you. But let's continue and read the rest of the story. I could be completely wrong. Her overt hostility towards me working out has increased dramatically. The thing that is making me leave is that there is a fridge in the garage where I store my pre-made meals. I will make meals for 2 weeks, store, freeze them in there, defrost, and then warm them up for mealtime. I had just done 2 weeks worth of meals and she threw out the meals. I told her I was disgusted and done. This happened about 6 weeks ago. She has since come to me and tried to offer an explanation, except that her explanation has made it worse. She is jealous because she used to get all this attention from other men while I got no attention from other women, and now I get attention from other women and she gets no attention from other men. Did I just say that she was jealous? Did I just say that it's because you are getting attention from other women? I asked her why she would even want attention from other men, and she could not explain it beyond it makes her feel good. I asked her how she would feel if I told her that I work out because I wanted attention from other women. She said she would assume I was cheating. She said she is willing to do counseling now. She had repeatedly tried to initiate intimate time, and I had blocked those advances. Am I the a-hole because I want to leave? Honestly, it's your job as her partner to make her feel so loved, to make her feel like she is the only woman in the world to you, and that the attention that you are receiving from other females doesn't mean anything to her. The only attention that you desire is from her. I don't think there's anything wrong with you taking care of yourself and wanting to lose weight and wanting to eat healthy, because it's going to help you physically. It's going to help you physically in the long run. It's going to help you be around a lot longer for Jen and for your children. And that's what you're really doing it for. And there's nothing wrong with looking good and I guess getting other female attention. You just need to make her understand and feel like she is loved by you and she is the only woman that you really want the attention from, and all the other female attention you couldn't care about. It's your job to make sure that she knows that you love her wholeheartedly. We do have a little bit of an edit here. So here are answers to common questions I am seeing. 1. Does my workout diet interfere with time with my family? Answer: no, it does not. I wake up early before anyone else is awake and work out in the garage. The only time I go to the gym is on my lunch break at work. I would not be able to leave the office early if I did not work out at lunch. My meal prep happens on Sunday when the family is at church. I would not be going to church with them even if I was not meal prepping. I shop for the whole house for groceries for the week and then make a big batch of chicken thighs, big batch of chicken legs, and a big batch of chickpea salad, and then vacuum seal and put it in the freezer in the garage. Question number 2. Do you cook for your family? Yes, I cook 100% of at-home dinners for my wife and son. I make them whatever my wife wants. I will warm up my food in the microwave and eat with them. 3. Does your wife get time to herself? Yes, my son is in daycare. That started in June. Prior to that, he was at home with my wife and did a Mother's Day out. Additionally, both our mums are retired and love to be with our son whenever they can, so she would regularly drop him off. Additionally, in the evenings during the week after dinner, I am solely responsible for the kid until I go to bed at 10:30. I am also solely responsible for him on Saturday mornings, and if I am not working, I will be with our son whenever she needs or wants. Spending time with the little guy is incredibly fun for me. What a great father you are. What a great father you are. That is beautiful. And great husband, letting her have time to herself and you taking on those responsibilities after going to work all day. Fellas, this is what being a great husband and a great father is about. This is all women want, is someone that is happy to split the responsibility even after going to work all day, and realizing that your wife, partner, the woman works hard during the day looking after your child, and yes, they do need some time alone. This is what women have been saying for years. This is how it is done, guys. This is it. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to comment. It really does help out my channel. I'd really appreciate it. 4. Do you spend time with just you and your wife? Yes, we have weekly date night on Saturday and usually do something just us on Sunday. We also spend an hour or 2 Monday to Friday together. That's nice. That's nice. Making time for each other. That's great. 5. Do you do chores? Yes, they include mopping, vacuuming, cleaning the bathrooms every other week, all yard related tasks, doing any poop, pee, laundry for my son, doing all my own laundry, working with my son to straighten up his room before bed, and maintaining my areas of the house, namely my section of the bedroom. I recently learned she had overheard some women in the bathroom commenting on how cute I was, like she told you that's why she was annoyed. Piggybacking on the up comment, because this needs to be said. You sound like you're doing great. She sounds like she's not good mentally speaking, and also from a self-esteem perspective. Having babies for women is very difficult on our mental health because postpartum, we are expected to go back to the way we were, even in our own brains. We expect that of ourselves. We set unrealistic expectations about how things will be and how things are after. She obviously is having problems with her self-esteem and most likely could have antenatal depression or anxiety. She needs, and you need, to see a counselor together and separately for her. From an outsider point of view, from what you have said and some of the comments I am reading, she is having a hard time expressing herself honestly and looking into herself at where her resentment and unhappiness is stemming from. And that can be really hard, to be so open and so in touch with your emotions and to be able to actually communicate that in a way that is going to get understanding from your partner. Some things are just very difficult to talk about and to communicate with other people. It's not fair to you to be the bearer of her resentment, but if you care about her and your relationship and your children, you are going to have to be the voice of reason in this, because she is not in the mental state to recognize these things. Don't give up so easily, please. Hormones are the beast of a thing to deal with, and she obviously needs help. That being said, good job taking on the household tasks and being healthy yourself. That's a wonderful example and will help. I just think the two of you need to work on your communication together, especially her, because she's having trouble communicating her feelings correctly. And that is the only comment I think we need to read, because that sums it up perfectly. So OP, don't give up. Just be more understanding, try and have open communication, try and get her to communicate with you. Try and have that understanding. Hormones are a crazy thing, and she has a lot of them going on at the moment, and does sound like it is a lot to do with hormones and her self-esteem. So just make her feel loved. Let her know every day how much you love her, how much she means to you. And hopefully you can get past this, and once that baby's born in 3 months, hopefully everything goes back to normal for you and you can live a very happy life with your wife and your 2 children. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that I'm not going to throw away my Harry Potter books? I created an effing Reddit account for this stupid ass crap, so I better get some good perspective from here. So, as any millennial kid, Harry Potter was literally my 32 female childhood. I grew up with it. Obviously, I think JKR is a disgusting and bigoted waste of both oxygen and space, but yeah, I love the books too much to actually part with it. What I have done though is not buy any new merchandise, i.e. all the movies are downloaded in my iPad already, and my books are the OG ones I bought in the 90s. My kids, 8 female, 9 male, wanted to read the books, so I gave them my old hand-me-downs from the 90s, which is still in good shape. They are enjoying it so far, and I love it. My husband's brother, 29 FTM, recently came around to visit us and he saw the kids reading the books. He took me aside and told me that he finds this problematic and told me that the kids should at least know that by reading the books they are endorsing a bigoted and hateful person. I reminded him that this was not new property and thus is not contributing to JKR's cause. These are my old hand-me-downs. He stormed out angrily and left. My husband then told me if Harry Potter really is such an essential part of my life that I needed to push it onto our kids too, and I reminded him that they were the ones who asked me to give them the books and that I will not throw them away. Am I the a-hole? I like the Harry Potter books. JKR is very problematic. If you know, you know. If you don't know, Google it. But it doesn't take away from the fact that she wrote some incredible books with the Harry Potter and they are timeless. I'd be supporting her more now that you know if you were purchasing merchandise, but the fact that you're not, I don't think is a problem. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Just a reminder that this can be a heated topic and people may get passionate, but the rules still apply. Please remember to be civil and avoid name calling. If someone is being rude, just report and move on. Don't get into an argument. That's from the mod team. I'm a millennial. I remember when the books first came out. The books open up the world of reading to millions of kids. I vividly remember our librarian telling my parents they've seen more and more kids coming into the library asking for the Harry Potter books and then continuing to read more. What other book series had kids lining up outside overnight for the book release? I remember placing a hold on the last book of the series, spending the entire day reading it and crying damn near the entire time because it was the last book in the series and an end of an era. As crappy as JKR is, she can't touch those memories. Yes, very much this. Since the advent of smartphones, the number of children and adults who read for pleasure is radically reduced, and no one will read for pleasure who has not read enough long form to be able to read easily. Not reading books directly and negatively impacts the ability to think complex thoughts. How much do we know about the virtue of any artist? My view is that the only art to withhold from children is that which is in itself promotes harmful ideas. No art should be withheld from adults at all unless the actual making of it creates harm. My 11-year-old recently started his first Harry Potter book, which we got from the library. I've been trying to get him into reading, which is an uphill battle in today's age because we have social media and video games to compete against. He would read but not actually ingest the content he was reading, like reading the words but not the story. And I know from my own experience what he needed was a page turner, something he couldn't put down, something that is so good you accidentally become a fan of reading in the process of reading this book. Something so good that you're no longer focusing on how much more do I have to read and instead wishing the book would never end. And what better book to engage a young, reluctant reader? I will say that Brandon Sanderson has some great children's and YA novels. I haven't done any deep diving on him yet though. This one is probably going to be a little controversial, but I don't think that you are the a-hole. I don't necessarily think that your husband or your husband's brother is an a-hole either. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions. I read Harry Potter. I watched the Harry Potter movies and it still lives in my soul. I still think that the books are fantastic. And I think that it does open up a world of possibilities to children to fantasize about or, you know, that sort of thing. So as much of a crappy person that JKR is, doesn't negate the fact that her books, her Harry Potter books, are fantastic. Just don't support her by purchasing any more of her books. If she ever brought out anything, don't support her by buying any merchandise or buying new Harry Potter books and movies. Just let it be. I don't think you are the a-hole. that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please do like and subscribe. It really does help out my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. Bye.